We're back.
With a bunch of guns.
With a bunch of guns. And I'm excited today because this is going to be a fun one. Today, we brought every like double stacked 1911-ish gun that we can. At least all single action hammer fired guns, right? Brought them out here and we're going to do a kind of top to bottom comparison.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess we're starting at the bottom. This one, Gordon,
as far as price point goes,
yeah.
Right? Yep.
So we're going price lowest all the way up to the top. And we have pretty much everything from sub 1,000 to more than we should probably spend on a gun ever.
Sure. Yep. So it's a good range.
Also should be noted, these are all comped models.
Yeah, yes. That's the idea, right? Okay.
All right, let's do it then.
All right, let's get into it. Shooter, make ready. Are you ready? Stand by. So we've organized these by price is what we've done. We set these up. So this was that bottom row that we had on the table before. So we're going to shoot through these, kind of get a comparison. Each of us pick what our favorite is on the table. Kind of go from there. All right.
And we'll move from there.
All right, Gordon, you going to go first?
Range shot.
Let's see what you got.
Mac 9 DS, aftermarket comp.
Okay. We're going to watch Gordon go through this process here. It's a nice little grouping.
Girsan match, 23.
We each shot these guns 10 rounds total. We made 2 passes of 5 rounds each. But I'm not going to make you watch all of us do this on every single gun. Just want to get you an idea what the pattern was. And then I'll show you some slow motion footage and you'll get to see each of us shoot the guns a little bit here and there. That's the one. The Romulus. Yep. Here's Buck shooting the Mac 9 DS. Let's see that in an instant replay. Here are my quicker shots. Mac 9. Girsan. Fusion. And Alpha Foxtrot Romulus. And some slow motion on these for you. This is that Mac 9. Here's the Girsan Witness. This is the Fusion. And the Alpha Foxtrot Romulus.
Well, what do you guys think?
You know what? That Mac 9 shoots really good, doesn't it?
It really does.
Like, it shoots nice with that, with aftermarket comp on it. Like, I expected to see and then big jump up, but it shoots really flat. That thing shoots nice. Yeah, I was impressed.
It doesn't have the fit and finish of the other guns, but having that extra weight of that screw-on comp, if you will, or rail mount comp.
That was the one that surprised me the most on the table.
I think the Romulus, the tough thing with the Romulus is that grip just instantly makes it feel way above its weight class.
Yeah.
I mean, everything about it feels so good. it's like the gun shoots good, it recoils good, but the fit and the feel when you're shooting it is significant.
And again, one of those things that's kind of a minor upgrade. I was able to get that's the MPA, the Masterpiece Arms grip, and I was able to find it on the aftermarket really cheap. So it wasn't a crazy upgrade. It didn't really add all that much of the budget build of the gun, but I'm with you. It changes the feel of it. That I already liked how flat and how soft the Romulus shoots, but for me, that grip is a game changer.
Yeah.
And so for me, that was the softest shooting, most comfortable, and fastest gun on the table, I think.
I couldn't tell the difference.
No?
Nope.
They're very minute. So the Fusion, it just, I had a hard time getting a good purchase on it compared to the other three.
It always happens, Buck, where we turn off the camera and then we have a really interesting conversation.
Have a good
We're like, Rick, stop!
conversation.
Let's go record this.
Yeah, so we just went kind of more in depth with the grips because Danny got mad at me, called me a cop-out because I couldn't decide which one was better. And so we started to compare
We even tried the
hands.
sales technique. If you had to pick one.
Yeah.
I don't care. Throw one at me.
So we got into, for you guys, the grip really made a difference because on some of them you felt like your huge bear paws were just getting smashed.
The only one that I really felt cramped on is the Fusion.
Yeah.
And on the Fusion here, we're clear, safe. On the Fusion here, you can see my grip. You can see the magwell. I've still got a lot of palm left below that, so it's just not as comfortable for me with my large hands. So that's something that that I did notice on this one, and it's probably the one that I would have eliminated first purely because of comfort of shooting it. That magwell is really digging into my palm there. But when you look at Buck's itty bitty widow hands,
so
not an issue, right? It's really just that he's skinnier than I am.
Yeah. Well,
So.
and then just looking at this one, you can see how much more
You got a lot of play there.
So
Yeah.
I didn't feel cramped or uncomfortable with any of them, but then you guys did.
Yeah, and
So-
on the Romulus here, the other cheat code that I have on this thing is this Magmo grip, right? And so again, with my large hands, I would be a little cramped if I had to be in on the gun like this. The magwell still's coming down here,
Yeah.
but because I can get my weak hand in there, I can relax my strong hand grip a little bit, and I love it. And so this. Honestly, I probably credit this Magmo with one of the reasons that this was the most comfortable gun on the table for me.
Yeah. So makes sense. Obviously, you're going to purchase a gun. You should probably get hands on it first.
Absolutely.
And see if it's actually comfortable.
Absolutely.
Because for me, all of them were comfortable. Didn't make a big difference. For you guys, it did start to play a factor into there where you were kind of like, nope, don't want it at all.
Yeah, agreed.
So,
All right.
okay, let's move on to the next round.
Let's go.
Yeah, this.
Mid-tier. Mid-tier plus our kind of two preferred off. So we've got 6 guns on the table here.
So Mac 9, the Romulus, and then what else do we got going here?
Prodigy, the SIG GTO, the new Kimber Comp, and the SIG P226X5 Reserve.
Buck shooting the Mac 9. The Romulus. The Prodigy. SIG GTO. Kimber 2K11. And the SIG 226 Reserve. See if I can get it on camera. That's why you wear safety glasses. Ooh, that one stung. That's a tough spot to get. Little piece of shrapnel. And we could angle it away from us a little too. All right, back through them one more time here. Mac 9 as our dark horse. Alpha Foxtrot Romulus. This is the Prodigy. SIG GTO. Kimber, 2K11. SIG 226 Reserve. Yep. What do you think, gentlemen?
I like the SIG GTO
Yeah.
the most.
Yeah, I think it's my favorite. The easy elimination for me was I was surprised how different the 229 actually felt. Like you could feel the it was a little bit more muzzle rise. It's obviously has a higher bore axe. It's physics here, right? But the trigger, like you pointed out, the trigger's weird. But after shooting a table of double stack 1911s, that's kind of an unfair thing to criticize.
It's probably a great trigger, but once you put it after all of these, the 1911, 2011 triggers, they're just really good triggers.
How do you beat them? This is the fancy pretty one, but which is why it's up here. But it did not perform in the same league. If we're talking about soft shooting, quick, comfortable, fun to shoot, it was the bottom one for me on the table for that, unfortunately. And then I think the GTO was my favorite, and I think that the closest second for me, I think, was the Kimber. I really liked. I think it's a comfortable gun to shoot.
And it's fair to say that we're talking like very small margins here.
Yeah.
But they're all really good, and now we're just kind of nitpicking here a little bit.
My pick is the GTO on the table.
Yeah, I agree. GTO.
2K11.
Cool. There we go.
Okay.
So this is a table I'm excited to stand in front of, boys. This is cool. So we have.
It's a nice table.
It's a nice table.
It's
Yeah.
a good table.
Thank you. That's a nice table.
That is a high quality table.
Yeah. Sorry, we digress. Okay. 2K11, GTO, Watchtower Apache, Staccato XC, MPA. This is the DS9 hybrid.
DS9 hybrid.
And then the Atlas Erebus. We're in the presence of greatness, boys. This is cool. All right.
Or at least a small car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SIG GTO.
Kimber. SIG. Apache. XC. Erebus. And now some slow motion. This is the Kimber. SIG GTO. The Apache. Staccato XC. This is the Masterpiece Arms DS9. And the Atlas Erebus.
All right. I know which one I like.
Yeah?
Staccato.
Yeah? The Staccato?
Yeah, you too?
So,
It's just a good gun. Like, how do you beat that?
Yeah.
It's a heck of a gun. I know which one I didn't like, and it wasn't just the optic. It's the Watchtower.
I like the grip on it though.
Yeah.
The grip is good.
Yeah, it's comfortable, but it shoots different than the other ones do. It's a way sharper recoil.
I would say if we put that Watchtower up against all the other ones we shot, it's still
The
probably
previous
the
ones?
Yeah, the previous row. Yeah, I agree. I think I liked the I think my least favorite on the last table was the Prodigy, and I think it beats that.
It does.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So interesting. That one was an easy elimination for me. 2K11 and the SIG are again still close for me. I will give a slight edge to the GTO over the Staccato, but it is those are neck and neck to me. And then the class changes. Now, I did notice something. The comfort of shooting the MPA, it shoots really, really comfortably. But every single one of us, I watched mine and I watched both of you, are like the pattern, the grouping that we were shooting, it jumped all over the place with that gun. The others, like Erebus, you guys both, it was like stacking them. And the same with most of the other guns. You guys stacked really well. I don't know how I did on the Kimber, but you guys were stacking rounds with the Kimber and then stacking rounds with the Erebus. But the MPA, the grouping opened up quite a bit.
Interesting.
Yeah. But it's really comfortable gun to shoot. Today in my hand, my pick's the Erebus. Yeah, it felt the best. It was a heck of a gun.
Surprise.
Yeah. You know what I think? I think last time we were shooting, I think a lot of it comes down to that thing's got a big old comp on the end, way out at the end of it. And ammo on something like this makes a difference. 100%. And with this load, that was my favorite gun on the table today. Now, dollar for dollar, I would still never spend the additional money that it would take to go from my GTO or even probably from the Staccato XC up to where that Atlas Erebus sits in price. I just, man, I have trouble justifying for that increase. I have a hard time justifying that purchase. Nope. Yeah, and there's something to be said for the warranty and the company 100%. Backing Staccato. Yeah. Look, because the GTO is my favorite gun that I own, I get a lot of flack on my channel for being how dare you platform SIG, after the whole 320 and all that kind of stuff. And look, I can kind of understand that perspective. At the same time, this is a fantastic gun. Yeah. The 226 that I kept calling a 229 because I had a brain fart in the middle of our conversation earlier. I didn't even realize I was saying it, but the 229, incredible history.
226.
Dadgummit!
Just go. Go.
I'm sorry.
Get out. All right, so the 229. Dang it!
Yeah. So the 226 is an absolutely incredible gun. Now, anyway, so I was screwing that up. It is a 226. My bad. So, but that 226, they've got an incredible history going back a long ways. For me, I'm a SIG fan because they've got an incredible history, and to me, it's like the 320 is a debacle on how they handled it. I gave the GTO a shot, and I'm glad I did. I think it's a great gun. But there's a lot of guys out there, and I totally understand and respect the opinion, that won't go anywhere near that and would spend the extra money on the Staccato for the company that backs it. And anytime you hear something about their warranty or anything like that, I had a problem with my Staccato. I sent it into them. They replaced everything for free. Like, they're a fantastic company, and it's really hard to argue with that kind of reputation.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
So I was going to say, now that Danny's earned his paycheck from SIG,
Right.
I'd say aesthetically, the looks, I like the Kimber 2K11. Like, I like the way that looks out of all of them. Like the design that they actually put into it. So with that one, it shoots really good, similar to all the others. Not as good as some of these, like the Staccato. I like that one the most. But
Moderate
look-wise, it looks like a great gun. Yeah. It shoots great.
Yep.
And it's still in the lower category for 2011.
And it was not put to shame on this table.
It was
right?
not, no.
So if you're looking to spend some money on a more traditional double stack 1911 gun, no one can judge you poorly for getting that gun. It's a fantastic shooter. It ran with everything here on the table, and like you said, it's tough to find a better looking gun out there.
Yeah.
In fact, okay, what a great day to shoot.
Yeah.
Incredible group of guns and good guys to shoot with.
Sunburn, shrapnel.
Hey,
little friends.
Yeah.
Works out.
Hey,
Awesome.
Let us know down in the comments below which of these pistols or any of those other ones, which one would you have picked? Which one do you have? Which one do you carry?
And is there a head-to-head that you want to see?
Ooh,
if you want to see a just these two guns head-to-head, let us know in the comments.